Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. Today, we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the Arizona Cardinals and the Cleveland Browns. The first quarter of the season already in the rear-view mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. This will be fielded inside the 5. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37.
At their own 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. First play from scrimmage. Here's Murray. He'll get this complete to Rondale Moore. Well, this defense for the Browns, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Seattle.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. And Jones has it, and he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And this is picked up by the Browns. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolding.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, you got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down.
Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. But, man, his first throw, that nearly went the other way. Instead, it's 4th down. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. 35 yards that time on the punt, and the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better. Now Brown, oh, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for Browns TD. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now a first down carry by Jones. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
Another first down, this time on a gain of 19.
Well, think of it like you would a typical boxing match. The person is on his heels and absorbing blows is having a tough time. And that's what's happening to the defense right now because the offense is on his toes and punching. And there was another first down run right there.
Throwing on first down is Murray.
They'll drop this underneath for Jones.
And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep.
And he loses the football a second time. And this is picked up by the Browns. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
Can we get some forensics done here? Because I need to figure out...
What, on that ball?
Yeah, on the ball, on the guys carrying the ball, what's going on? Back-to-back drives, back-to-back fumbles. That just doesn't make a whole lot of sense if you're coming out here to play in the NFL.
I don't think the coaching staff thinks it makes a whole lot of sense either.
No, maybe there'll be changes, but if nothing else, there will be a few stern talking tos, that's for sure.
Following the fumble recovery, Costello.
That's complete to Dobbs.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A quick first down pickup. Good start after going 3 and out on their opening drive.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
The Browns had 2-2 through the first 4 weeks of the season. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
Second down, here's Chubb again.
And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. I guess that was a little better. He got back to the line of scrimmage there after the loss on first down, but now you're still dealing with a 3rd and long.
So let's put on our offense coordinator hat. They've been very aggressive against the run the last 2 plays. I'm thinking screen right here. Let them come get the quarterback and dump it off, and there could be some room to roam.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
On 4th down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. Here's Moore on the return. They'll score that a 36-yard punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
At their own 26-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on that front.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Another try after the first down sack. Murray.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Darnell Savage. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown.
Extra point by York is up and good.
And that makes the score 7-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. So already not the best of kick returns there, but that penalty, that adds insult to injury and backs him up even closer to the goal line.
Yeah, not ideal field position to begin a drive, is it? Because the extra pressure now goes on the offense. They've got to get some early yards and get away from the shadow of their own goalposts. What every offense wants to do in this situation, get 2 first downs to help out with field position at the least.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 18.
From the gun, he'll set up to throw. Finding his target, it's Trey McBride.
It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. Murray now. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jones. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
I really like the angles that the tacklers came from on that play. They secured inside, took away the cutback. The sideline's there, so you can only go so far outside, and they were able to close in and tackle him for a loss.
Yeah, they used your boy over there, the 12th man. Sammy Sideline, right?
Sammy Sideline. You know something? He tackles pretty well, too.
He's tougher than an airport steak. This will be caught by Brown. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 8 there on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. This will be caught once again by Brown. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there, 4th and 3.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. That's taken on the 25, and he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there, and the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
to throw. Costello. He's going to let this one go deep. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
How about this offense? Already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive. They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're one to the good. Go ahead and try and press your advantage.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Looking to throw. Costello. That's into the hands of Donovan Peoples-Jones. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down.
There's another example what defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They gave up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a fourth down.
Movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on fourth down. On fourth down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. And he uncorks a beauty. Best of the day. Returning it is Moore. A 55-yard punt that time with a return of about 14. And they will take over first and 10. Murray and the Cardinals with a first and 10 at their own 21. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
There's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
From the 21, it's second and 10. An inside give to Jones. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
And for the Browns, a nickel set here on third down. Here's Murray. And that is incomplete. Oh, he did everything but hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now brings up 4th down.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Cleveland offense ready to go. The results for them so far not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet. You're trying to figure out what you're going against defensively. I wonder, are they showing them something they haven't seen or anticipated in practice, and maybe that's throwing them off? Or do they just have to go to a different play calling section and try and run some offense that way? Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
And Chubb will try the middle here. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Two minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. On 2nd down, here's Nwangu. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage to the 35. And they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Nwangu going to get it on the counter. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Jalen Thompson picks it. And the Cards are going to take possession of the football. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, these are the situations that really test a defense, those sudden changes. They're already inside field goal range to start the possession. Their goal now, keep it to a long kick, if indeed they end up trying one.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. On the counter, here's Jones. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. So the hand got inside the face mask that time. Looked like a pretty easy call.
And it was, and we saw this in their loss last week. Penalties at inopportune times that led to their demise.
Now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. After the penalty, it's Jones. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Play action. Now it's Murray. And this will be incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Now Murray. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Browns are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that 3rd down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
The Browns drive about to get started. And they may be content to take this 7-0 lead into the locker room. We'll see. They begin this drive with Chubb. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. So we have reached halftime here in Cleveland with the Browns on top. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go. Very short kick taken right at the 20. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room, maybe make it a 2-score game as they've got it 1st and 10. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
Off play action. Costello. And a big loss here as he's taken down. J.J. Watt that time able to do what he does best, and that's sack the quarterback.
We are seeing two really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
If there's any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels.
So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime. Back to throw. Costello. He rifles one that's intercepted. And the Cardinals are going to take possession of the football. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this 3rd quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind, and we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
Jones will take this one in. It's a Cardinal touchdown. It took them a little while, but they are on the board here in this third quarter now with a chance to tie this up.
And it gives them a chance to exhale just a little bit, right? Because most of the time, if your first points come in the second half, you're often hopelessly out of the game, but not in this case. Now they have something to build on and a chance to mount a comeback.
Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. Very short kick taken right at the 20. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Browns drive about to get started. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. Here's Nick Chubb as they try to fire up this run game. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Operating from the gun, Costello. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And they will score. It's a pick six for the Cardinals touchdown. Well, partner, this defense now with multiple interceptions in this game, but this time they say turnabout is fair play because, remember, they had a pick six on the other side, and now they get a pick six of their own.
Yeah, they actually added to some of their nice play throughout this ball game. A good effort by them to secure another interception on this one. A better effort to take it all the way back for 6. And how about an exceptional effort to match their opposition's pick six from earlier in this game?
It's a short kick taken out beyond the 20. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. 2nd down, here's Chubb again. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a 1st down.
1st downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. They'll try the draw now with Chubb. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. 40 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. And again, it's Chubb. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles, and his feet never stop moving.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Give left side here for Nwangu. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. Looking to throw. Costello. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Costello. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Jalen Thompson picks it, and the Cards are going to get the football here at their own 23. Boy, Charles, you hate to see this for a rookie quarterback. You're hoping it doesn't shake his confidence, but that confidence, it might be shaken because that is 4 interceptions for him now in this ballgame.
It has to be shaken. Wouldn't be human if you weren't. Doesn't matter whether you're a rookie or a veteran. 4 interceptions, you're not sure what you're doing out there. So to me as a coaching staff, I would think very hard about getting him out and trying it again another day.
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 15 yards that time, and the Cardinals move the chains.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense, and on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. First carry for James Conner, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. To throw is Murray. Got a man, it's Brown. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. Now the old pass completion for no gain, that's something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now, with what they're telling receivers about making sure you take care of the ball in open field, sometimes the fighting for extra yardage doesn't come as a result. That and good tackling could lead to no yards gained.
It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down. Snap comes to Murray at 1. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. Fielded at the 20. Good blocking there, and nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return.
At their own 38-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Off the play fake. Costello. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
The offense on 3rd down, they've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and forever. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's got a man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Off play action. Costello. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
If they want it first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Costello. And this will be incomplete. Boy, can you believe this? That one probably should have been picked too. Instead, it's 4th down.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this will stay at a 7-point game.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
And he is going to lose yardage here.
So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And he's taken down. This will be a Browns sack. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up third down on the sack. Well, it was second long. Now it's third and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is third and long. Up the middle, Jones. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a fourth down. They won on 2 fronts there, so to speak, Charles. Not only do they stop him short of the first, they get him out of bounds and stop the clock.
Yeah, they won. The offensive guys lost because they wanted to stay in bounds and have that clock run or force you to use timeouts. Instead, the defense won, as you mentioned, on both fronts.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And Charles, his name etched in the NFL record books. Just the second field goal ever made from 66 yards as he ties Justin Tucker's NFL record.
And everything had to go right for that field goal to be converted. The snap, the hold, the protection, all had to be perfect. No wind working against you, and he nails that one. Congratulations on an incredible kick.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Rookie to rookie on the hookup there, and it's a first down.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
And he'll be tackled right on the midfield logo. That's on the guard, Wyatt Teller. Back to throw. Costello. He's going to wind up and air it out. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Looking to throw. Costello. He's got the hookup with Dobbs. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores. And they've really got to get some yards in chunks. And they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? Back to throw again. Oh, fires this one downfield for Chubb. Touchdown, Browns. And what a throw that was, Charles. You think about the situation, close game, fourth quarter, rookie quarterback. He doesn't seem fazed one bit.
So much for bright lights, big city, and will he wilt? Not at all. The stage not too big, the moment not too big at all. They needed points on that series, and not only did he produce a touchdown drive, but how about finishing it off with a big play that only adds to the momentum that they've already established.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And with that last touchdown, I mean, we're set up for a good finish here. Some things to consider, Charles. Obviously, it's a very close game. You're in the fourth quarter. Defensively, they've got all 3 timeouts in their back pocket.
So the chess match really ramps up, doesn't it? Because in these situations, what do? Do you run the ball and kill the clock here? Or do you try and bury them with another score? And how about defensively? Do you use your timeouts at the earliest opportunity, or wait till you hit the 2-minute warning? So there's a lot going into this one. Let's see how each side goes about their strategy.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. Second down at 5. Again, it's Jones. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
And this is an absolutely big third down that's been set up here, partner. And there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Pastor, you said big third down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. This is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. To throw is Murray. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Lewis Seen. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football. My, how the tables have turned now. They were trying to salt this one away, but that interception, potentially a game changer.
And I just got to think to myself, at this point of the game, I know you've been aggressive. I know that's your MO, and that's fine. And all those teams that talk about all gas, no brakes, you better have the emergency lever to pull occasionally. They could have used it right there. They put themselves in a tough spot with that interception.
63 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. A run for Nick Chubb. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. He's back to throw. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
They're not out of it yet, but in order to come back, they need to play clean football the rest of the way. He makes the correct read there, passing on challenging a blanket coverage and getting the first down with his legs instead.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. On the toss, here's Nwangu. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. They go up the middle with Chubb. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the fourth.
Wow. Wow.
Extra point by York is up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Well, that's where this Cleveland crowd, the dog pound in particular, make it difficult on opposing offenses. It looked like they might have had troubles communicating at the line, and it leads to the incompletion. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now Murray. Myles Garrett in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. Well, it took us until the final play, Charles, to officially decide a winner, although on that last play they were so backed up it would have taken a miracle, and they couldn't get that miracle done.
Well, I like how you stayed with it because we both knew that this had to go down to the last play, and neither side was going to exhale until that play concluded because we've seen the improbable before. A couple of laterals, maybe some poor defense on the back end. They might have gone all the way to the end zone. In this case, though, it didn't happen. Perhaps next time.
So for Cleveland, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they'll get another home date next week as the Patriots will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Cardinals,